Rethinking giving. Why tithing to churches isn't the only way to support God's work. Have you ever felt like giving to a church was something you had to do? Like it wasn't really generosity, it was obligation? Maybe you were told that if you didn't give your 10%, you were robbing God, or that tithing to your local church was the only way to stay faithful. But let's take a breath and ask a simple question. What if that's not true? The pressure to give to the institution. The pressure to give is very real in many churches, and too often it's not coming from a place of inspiration. It's coming from fear, guilt, or manipulation. People are told that they must support the house of God even when that house is excessive. Multi-million-dollar buildings, massive properties, salaries for celebrity pastors, flashy stages and high production, and yet so many of these institutions silence women, enable abusers, preach toxic theology, and operate more like businesses or cults than Christ-like communities. Is that really where Jesus would want your money going? What giving should be? Giving should be joyful. It should be about partnership, not pressure. It should be about sowing into something you believe in, something that aligns with the heart of God: love, justice, healing, truth. The New Testament never commands Christians to give 10%. It encourages generosity, heart-led giving. It's not about checking a box. It's about lifting up the people and causes that are actually doing the work of love. It's giving to the needs of people that we see around us. Imagining a better way to give. Imagine if we took that same 10% we're told to have to give to an institution and instead spread it across 10 different grassroots creators, ministries, and change makers. YouTubers who are bringing a message of healing. Writers calling out injustice in the church. Advocates standing up for survivors. Artists reimagining faith through beauty and honesty. And besides giving to ministries, you could give directly to people that you see in need. Small communities quietly feeding the hungry and helping the hurting. GoFundMe type campaigns to fund families suffering in Gaza, or helping out family and friends that have needs that you could contribute to. This is the body of Christ. This is how early Christians gave. They gave to those who worked to bring the message of grace and to those who had physical unmet needs. Small ministries speaking against the traditional grain are the voices that rarely get a stage, because the stage is already bought and paid for by power. Money as power, reclaiming it. Here's the truth. Money is power. And we have the power to take it back from systems that are corrupt and abusive and give it to those who are speaking truth, living love, and embodying the message of Jesus. We don't have to keep fueling the machine. We don't have to keep funding spiritual abuse. And we can choose where our giving goes. We can direct the flow towards something better. So maybe it's time to rethink where our money goes. Not out of guilt, not out of fear, but out of a holy rebellion, a desire to give where God is truly moving. Support the misfits, the outcasts, the prophets, the healers. Give to those who speak life. Give to those who love well. Give where you see need or suffering. Give where the kingdom is quietly being built, not with brick and mortar, but with mercy and truth. Let's stop funding the stage of American churchianity. Let's stop funding this system of power and hierarchy that forces your compliance, even though you are the one funding them. Let's start funding change and growth in Christian culture and supporting the voices we truly believe in. You hold more power than you realize. And one last thing. Don't let anyone make you feel guilty for not giving to a church or ministry when you are struggling to get by yourself. Sometimes churches pressure people into giving when those individuals really need that money more than they do. May we give as we are able and as we feel led to, from the heart.